With Mr. Wayne Carini. With Wayne Carini.
I'm here with Wayne Carini.
Wayne Carini. Mick's here and I'm with Wayne Carini.
Wayne Carini isn't just a car guy, he's the car guy. For over a decade, he welcomed millions into his world through Chasing Classic Cars, a show that stood out from the loud, overproduced chaos of other automotive reality series. Wayne didn't scream. He didn't fake drama. He let the cars and the stories behind them speak for themselves. From dusty barn finds to million-dollar Ferraris, his calm expertise and emotional connection to automotive history earned him not just viewers, but respect. Each episode was a ride through time. Vintage Jaguars, one-off Porsches, hand-built Italian racers, forgotten pre-war machines.
Long time to see you.
Thanks.
How you
Good to
doing?
see you.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
We're waiting for you.
What do you got for me this year?
I tell you, I refuse even to watch.
Wayne didn't just flip them for profit, he shared their legacy. Every scratch told a story. Every restoration carried purpose. Fans came to trust him as more than a dealer. He was a curator of culture, a keeper of memory. But even in this world of open garages and shared histories, there's one place Wayne never takes the cameras. Tucked deep within his Connecticut property is the barn. Not the one you've seen on TV, the private one, the one he doesn't talk about. It's not listed in shop directories. It doesn't show up on Google Maps. But for those close enough to know, there's one consistent rumor. In the back of that barn is a locked door, heavy, reinforced, wrapped in chain, and sealed for decades. Guests have asked, camera crews have wandered near it, but Wayne's stance has never changed. That part's off limits. In a career built on revealing hidden treasures, why would one of the world's most respected car historians go to such lengths to keep one space completely private? That's the question this story begins to ask. To understand the locked door, you have to understand the man. And to understand Wayne Carini, you have to go back to where it all began. Not in front of a camera, not on a stage, but in a humble garage next to his father, Gene Carini. Gene wasn't chasing fame. He was chasing perfection. An expert in restoring rare and early 20th century European vehicles, Gene passed down not just skills, but a philosophy. The importance of heritage, of doing things the right way, of preserving what matters, even if no one else sees it. Wayne has said countless times, "My dad taught me that a car isn't just metal. It's memory. It's someone's dream, frozen in time." That's why some believe the hidden room has less to do with horsepower and more to do with Gene. Rumors swirl that inside that room is the last car Gene worked on before he passed. Maybe unfinished, maybe untouched since that final wrench turn. Some even claim it was the car that started it all, the one Gene taught Wayne to drive in. A dusty, forgotten relic, a time machine trapped behind a steel door. Wayne never confirmed it, but he's hinted in interviews that he still visits his dad's tools from time to time. And it's widely known that no matter how valuable the deal, no one, not even high-profile clients, has ever been allowed to enter that space. Because in a business where every car has a price, some memories don't. And maybe, just maybe, the most valuable thing Wayne owns isn't sitting on a concours lawn, but locked away, where time can't touch it. Wayne's main restoration shop is no secret. Sleek, functional, with glass panels and clean floors. Fans have seen it in dozens of episodes, but if you pan the camera just a few degrees away, you'll spot it. The other building. Quiet, set back, no signage, no welcome mat. This is the barn that matters. Tucked behind hedgerows and a small gravel path on his Connecticut estate, this second structure is the heart of the mystery. Weather-worn on the outside, seemingly unassuming, but insiders know better. The interior, split into distinct zones. One side is an archive of historical parts and rare memorabilia. The center bay hosts occasional private builds, off-camera projects Wayne doesn't want publicized. And then there's the corner, tucked in shadow. A segment of the barn that always seems to be just out of frame. Guests report that it's partitioned off by a chain-link gate, reinforced with steel, triple-locked, motion-activated security. Production crews have confirmed it's listed in their internal documents as Zone X. Not to be entered, not to be filmed, ever. When one former crew member asked what was back there, Wayne reportedly replied with a flat smile, "That's just for me." Even longtime employees admit they've never been inside. One mechanic, working with Wayne for over 15 years, said, "I've seen cars worth millions go through this place." But that part of the barn is different. It's not business, it's personal. And that's why this isn't just about the cars. It's about control, about keeping one space that fame, money, and the world can't touch. It's not just a door, it's a statement. Thick, matte black, reinforced hinges, 3 locks, 1 key, 1 code, 1 bolt. And wrapped across the center? A heavy-duty chain. Not the kind used for decoration, but the kind designed to send a message. Keep out. What's behind it? No one knows for sure. But everyone who's seen it agrees. It doesn't look like any ordinary storage room. Guests visiting the property have tried to joke about it. "What's back there, Wayne? Jimmy Hoffa?" They usually get the same reply, a half smile, a change of subject, and an unspoken wall that says, "Don't ask again." Some say Wayne becomes visibly uncomfortable when the topic comes up. Others report subtle emotional shifts, a tightening jaw, a long pause, the look of a man keeping something very close to the chest. But perhaps the most telling clue comes from how it's not used. In over 15 seasons of chasing classic cars, with countless camera crews filming hundreds of vehicles from every angle, there has never been a single clear shot of what lies behind that door. One former Discovery Channel editor even revealed, "That part of the barn? It was blacklisted. If our footage ever caught a glimpse of the door, we were told to cut it. No questions." Why the security? Why the secrecy? Maybe it's not what's behind the door that matters most. Maybe it's what that door protects. Grief, legacy, or a part of Wayne Carini's soul he's not ready to share. Because sometimes, locking a door isn't about keeping people out. It's about keeping one memory in. With no official explanation, speculation has filled the void. The locked door at the back of Wayne Carini's barn has become the subject of whispered theories, insider gossip, and automotive folklore. One of the most persistent rumors? A secret Ferrari prototype, allegedly one of only 2 ever built, with the other lost in a crash decades ago. The story goes that Wayne acquired it quietly at a private European estate auction. No press, no paperwork, no VIN registration, just a handshake, a wire transfer, and a transport crate shipped directly to Connecticut under a false label. Is it true? Nobody knows, but those who've worked with Wayne say he's more connected than he lets on. Others speculate the space holds wrecked vehicles tied to tragedy, cars too personal or too painful to part with. One theory suggests the locked area contains the last restoration project Wayne began with his father, Gene, left exactly as it was the day they stopped. Tools scattered, coffee cup still on the bench, a frozen moment in time. Then there's the darker theory, an accident, long buried. A customer car, damaged during a restoration. A legal matter quietly settled, with the car never returned and hidden from public view. It sounds wild, until you remember the lengths Wayne has gone to keep that door closed. A former intern at F40 Motorsports once claimed he accidentally brushed against the gate. Wayne allegedly didn't raise his voice. He simply looked at the kid and said, "Don't ever touch that again." That intern never returned. What's inside that room may be physical, but the aura around it, the sense that something sacred lies behind steel and chain, is what fuels the obsession. Because when a man shows you everything and then deliberately hides one thing, you can't help but wonder why. Wayne Carini is no stranger to attention. For over 15 years, his life has played out on television sets around the world. But for someone so publicly open, Wayne has always drawn a clear boundary between his public persona and his private life. In rare interviews, he's hinted at why. "Some things are just for me," he once said. A simple statement, but one loaded with unspoken weight. The truth is, Wayne has faced immense personal loss. His father, Gene, passed away in 2016, leaving a legacy that shaped not just Wayne's career, but his very identity. And then there's his daughter, Kimberly, who lives with autism. Wayne has spoken movingly about how his experiences as a father shifted his priorities. "Life isn't about money or fame," he once said. "It's about doing something meaningful and protecting the people you love." That context changes everything. What if the locked room isn't about cars at all? What if it's a private memorial? There's speculation that the room holds Gene's workbench, untouched, preserved. One staffer said, "You don't clean that area. You don't move a thing. It's like a museum, only for one person." Other rumors say Wayne keeps handwritten notes, personal mementos, even recorded tapes from his early days in the business. Stuff meant for no one else. A sealed archive of a life, never digitized, never broadcast. And maybe that's the point. In an era where every moment is shared, every memory uploaded, Wayne chose to lock something away. Not to hide it from us, but to hold it for himself. Because when you build your life around preserving history, you get to choose which stories are yours alone. Behind the glossy editing, charming voiceovers, and pristine restorations of chasing classic cars, there's another reality, one that never makes it to air. For all the openness of the show, there are strict lines that were never to be crossed. And everyone on the production team knew it. Former crew members describe Wayne as friendly but fiercely protective, especially when it came to one particular section of his property. From day one, we were told, "No filming that corner of the barn. Don't point cameras there. Don't ask questions," said one assistant producer who worked on the show's early seasons. Another recalled that a drone accidentally caught overhead footage of the gated section once, and Wayne personally requested the footage be deleted before it reached the editors. That same producer says Wayne didn't get angry. He got quiet. He didn't yell. He just looked at us and said, "That's not part of the story we're telling." And it's not just about the room. Certain topics were off limits in interviews. Any questions that veered into the deeply personal, about his father's final days, or what might be kept private, were met with a respectful but firm redirect. Wayne was generous, the producer said, but there was always a line, and everyone knew not to cross it. Even guests, celebrities, and longtime clients were kept away from that door. More than one A-lister reportedly tried to joke their way in, only to be met with a hard no. One even offered a 7-figure donation to autism research if Wayne let them peek behind the gate. He declined. What cameras miss isn't a scandal. It isn't about hiding shame or secrets. It's about honoring silence. Because in a world where everyone's trying to capture everything, Maybe Wayne Carini's greatest act of preservation was choosing what not to show. Wayne Carini has bought and sold some of the rarest cars in the world. Ferrari 250 SWBs, pre-war Packards, even the occasional one-of-a-kind concept. But insiders whisper that the most valuable car in his entire collection isn't listed, isn't shown, and has never been appraised. It's not parked under studio lighting, not showcased at Pebble Beach or Amelia Island. It's the one locked behind that chain-wrapped door. Sources who've worked closely with Wayne say he's hinted at a car not for resale and not for discussion. One former mechanic even claims to have caught a glimpse of what looked like a hand-built prototype, completely unrestored, draped under a thick canvas tarp. "It had lines I've never seen before," he said. "It wasn't a Ferrari, but it felt like one." Theories abound. Some say it's a 1954 Ferrari 375 Scaglietti Coupe, one of only a few ever made. Others believe it's a coach-built Alfa Romeo, gifted quietly from a European collector Wayne helped decades ago. A rolling thank you note, kept in the dark. But here's the twist. Wayne has allegedly turned down every offer, no matter the price. One high-net-worth collector reportedly offered Wayne $8 million, sight unseen, to buy whatever was inside the room. Wayne declined, flat out. Why? Because for Wayne, value was never just about money. It's about meaning. That car, whatever it is, represents a piece of his soul, a time, a person, a promise, and the fact that he's never shown it to anyone, not even fans, tells you all you need to know. The most valuable thing in Wayne Carini's garage isn't just a rare vehicle. It's the choice not to show it. In the modern age of car culture, fame comes with a price. Everyone wants access. Everyone wants content. But Wayne Carini made a different choice. He let the world in, but he didn't give it everything. That decision cost him opportunities, interviews, partnerships. There were companies that walked away when he refused to do certain exclusive behind-the-scenes specials. At least one media outlet tried to pressure Wayne into giving a tour of the full barn, cameras rolling. He declined, and the feature was canceled. But what's the cost of not protecting something sacred? For Wayne, that private room isn't a marketing failure. It's a moral stand. In a business where stories are often bought and sold along with the cars themselves, he chose to draw a line. Former friends say it's also about control. Fame, even for someone as grounded as Wayne, can be destabilizing. "The show changed him, sure," said one associate, "but it also made him double down on what mattered. That door, that was him planting a flag, saying, this stays mine." There's also the emotional cost. People speculate because he won't explain. It's led to gossip, conspiracy theories, even resentment. Some fans feel betrayed. If you're showing us your world, why hide that part? But maybe the truth is simpler. Grief needs space. Legacy needs silence. And a man who has helped preserve thousands of stories might need one for himself. Wayne's privacy isn't a wall. It's a sanctuary. So, what is behind the door in Wayne Carini's barn? A priceless car? A family artifact? A haunting memory? Maybe all of the above, or maybe none. But the answer might not matter as much as the intention behind it. Wayne Carini built a career on uncovering the forgotten, the dusty, the nearly lost. He restored vehicles, yes, but more importantly, he restored narratives. He gave dignity to abandoned craftsmanship. He gave emotion to chrome and leather. His work reminded us that cars aren't just machines. They're memories that move. And yet, even as he showed us everything, he held one piece back. In the end, that locked door may be Wayne's final restoration. Not of a car, but of a moment, a feeling, a person he lost, or maybe a version of himself he doesn't want to let go of. Because every great curator, every true collector, knows that some treasures aren't meant to be displayed. They're meant to be protected. Wayne Carini won't be around forever. And one day, someone might unlock that door. We may learn what's really inside, but by then, it won't just be a car or a memory. It'll be a legacy. A final chapter that he wrote not with words, but with silence. And in that silence speaks the loudest story of all.